Into the cyber enigma, they were a legend. A faceless collective. A hydra that could not be killed. For every member caught, a dozen more would rise. They were anonymous. And for years, law enforcement around the world believed they were unhuntable. They were wrong. Because every movement has a weak point. And for Anonymous, that weak point wasn't a flaw in their code, it was a flaw in a man. This is the story of Hector Xavier Monsegur, the hacker known as Sabu, the leader who became an informant. To understand the betrayal, you must first understand what was betrayed. Anonymous wasn't born as a political force. It emerged from the chaotic, mean-filled depths of 4chan, a leaderless digital swarm. Their early raids were for laughs. But soon, they evolved. Their first major political action was Project Chronology, targeting the Church of Scientology. It was a proof of concept, a faceless idea could wield real-world power. Then came 2010 and 2011. The Arab Spring. WikiLeaks. Anonymous found its purpose, to be the weapon of the voiceless. They launched distributed denial of service, DDoS, attacks against governments and corporations they saw as oppressive. They were digital revolutionaries, and the world was watching. From this chaotic energy, a splinter cell emerged. They called themselves LulzSec, or the Lulz Boat. Their motto? Laughing at your security since 2011. Unlike the politically motivated Anonymous, LulzSec hacked for the lulz, for the sheer, chaotic fun of it. And at the helm was a hacker with a reputation for skill and ruthlessness, Sabu. His real name was Hector Monsegur, a 28-year-old Puerto Rican living in a New York housing project. By day, he was a nobody. By night, he was Sabu, a master hacker and a charismatic leader on IRC channels. He coordinated attacks on some of the world's biggest companies, Sony, Fox, PBS, and even the FBI's affiliate InfraGard. With every hack, LulzSec grew more brazen, taunting their victims and the FBI on Twitter. The lulz had turned serious. The FBI was not laughing. A massive, global manhunt was underway. The digital pirates were public enemy number one. For Sabu, the party ended on June 7, 2011. The knock on the door wasn't from a friend. It was from the FBI. They had him. His identity, once hidden behind layers of encryption and anonymity, was laid bare. He was arrested and faced over 100 years in prison on multiple charges, including conspiracy, computer hacking, and bank fraud. This was the moment of truth. The revolutionary, the leader, the man who preached anti-establishment values, was faced with a choice: die a martyr in a prison cell, or cooperate. Hector Monsegur, the feared Sabu, became confidential informant 1839. For 9 months, he wasn't just free, he was an active FBI agent. He went back to his computer, but now, every conversation on the LulzSec and anonymous IRC channels was being monitored and recorded by the FBI. He was the ultimate Trojan horse. He didn't just inform, he actively set the trap. He encouraged his friends to hack, provided them with tools and targets, all while the FBI was building ironclad cases against them. He maintained his fiery online persona, all the while wearing a wire for the very system he sought to destroy. One by one, they fell. Topiary, the group's flamboyant spokesperson. Kayla, the skilled hacker. Anarchaos, Flo, and others. The entire core of LulzSec and several high-ranking members of Anonymous were rounded up in a series of international raids. The entire So why did he do it? The official reason was his family. Facing a lifetime in prison, he chose to provide for them. His sentence was reduced from over 100 years to just 1 year of time served, with a mere 7 months in prison. But was it just about a deal? The fallout was catastrophic for Anonymous. Trust, the most sacred currency in a clandestine collective, was shattered. How could you ever be sure the person on the other end of the chat wasn't another Sabu? The movement was never the same. It fractured, becoming more decentralized and less effective. The legacy of Sabu is a permanent scar on the digital landscape. He proved that even the most anonymous of movements can be infiltrated. He is simultaneously seen as the ultimate traitor, a pragmatic survivor, and a cautionary tale about the cult of personality in a leaderless revolution. The story of Sabu is the modern-day parable of Judas. It asks an uncomfortable question: are your convictions strong enough to withstand absolute ruin? For Hector Monsegur, they were not. His betrayal didn't just end LulzSec, it created what some in the cybersecurity community call the Judas Protocol, the chilling. In the aftermath, digital activists and hackers had to adapt. OpSec, operational security, became paramount. Trust was replaced by verification. The age of naive digital rebellion was over, replaced. What did you think of the story of Sabu? Was he a traitor to the cause, or just a man making a rational choice to save himself? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to explore more the cyber enigma, make sure you subscribe.